The Department of Health Services Director, Will Humboldt, has gone into our rules and regulations and taken out the ability for midwives to carry life-saving medications. This is supposed to go into effect July 1st, so we're very concerned about it because for us it's a public health policy. The issue is that midwives attend births not only at home, but we also attend births in birth centers and also in public health in general. So what happens is if you take away the ability of midwives to carry medications, it affects women, you know, in many different facilities and settings, especially with the rates of maternal mortality that's happening in this country. It's really concerning, especially for those of us that work with vulnerable populations. Because if I'm going to a birth and I don't have the ability to have life-saving medication, it's really a problem.
My name's JC.
Liana.
And we're consumers of Midwife. Along with my midwife skills, Pitocin was necessary to keep me from bleeding out, and it saved my life. And to know that that might not be available for future generations or even for me again during birth, it's a very scary thing. So I know, you know, without my midwife and without her skills and availability to medications, that we would have had a very long, hard road.
Yeah.
If one at all.
We were 15 weeks along and finally found an OB, and they just pushed test after test after test upon us without even really explaining any of what it was. And after that, we just decided, you know, this isn't going to work for us. We have to find some sort of way, and we did a lot of research and got really comfortable with the idea of the midwives and doing the home birth. And when we finally met with our midwife, it wasn't at all about the test and the poking and the prodding. It was, how are you? What are you doing in your lives right now? How's the baby doing? And she would talk to him while he was in the womb, just rub my belly, and just made it that loving personal connection that I've never in my entire life ever felt with a doctor or a nurse. And similar to her as well, I had to have medicine. I did hemorrhage as well and needed the Pitocin, and who knows what could have happened if I didn't have that.
Well, the biggest reason that women die in birth internationally and in the United States is because of postpartum hemorrhage. And these current rules and regulations will not allow the licensed midwives to carry the basic medications that need to be, administered in the case of emergency postpartum hemorrhage.
Where we choose to give birth is one of our basic human rights. It's such a sacrament. Giving birth is such a sacrament, and we should be able to decide where that sacrament takes place and with whom. With whom.
My midwife came to my house every day for a week to make sure everything was going fine. I was healing up. She had food sent to my house. I had iron supplements in my refrigerator from my midwives. And for 6 weeks, we kept in contact. They wanted to make sure breastfeeding was going okay. They wanted to make sure I was comfortable in my new place as a mother. It's not just, here's your baby, thanks, the bill will be in the mail.
I've had 3 children all at home, and I'm extremely concerned over the political status of home birth midwifery care, because unless it is absolutely 100% without a doubt medically necessary, I will not go into a hospital to have my baby. I will always choose to birth at home. And now the people that are coming together to make this safer for me have now made it incredibly unsafe. They're making my midwives not able to work anymore. They're bringing down a lot of heat, paranoia, and fear. And that's not what having a baby is all about.
The hospitals aren't giving us a chance to deliver or reach babies vaginally. If they let us do it, it's either with an epidural, which increases the risk with a breech baby. It's in an OR, it's under a time limit, and it's very rare to find a doctor that will support it at all. The standard is to do a C-section. I want to have that option of delivering my baby vaginally. I don't want to have major surgery. I know there are pros and cons to breech birth, and I want to be able to review those specifics and with my specific healthcare needs as an individual and make an informed decision.
Studies have shown midwifery care is the gold standard. Not only studies, but the World Health Organization, the International Confederation of Midwives, they've all said midwifery care saves lives. We need our midwives.
It is my body, my baby. It is my right where I choose to give birth.